This one is kind of more like number 3. So look at number 3, look at number 5. Some brave person make a suggestion for me. Okay, so we would change the tan cubed to a tan squared times a tan. Okay, and then what would I do from there? Change the tan squared to secants. Okay, I'm liking this idea. So then we would let's just kind of think through this. If I did that, then I would have a bunch of secants and then times a tan. So what would my u be? A secant. But what's the derivative of secant? Secant tan, and I only have a tan here. So take out a secant and a tan, okay? So we would have secant cubed x and tan squared x. Oh, yeah, there are 3 x's. Dang it. Okay, so I've taken out, so then I would have secant 3x, tan 3x. Okay? So now what? Yeah, I haven't switched the tan. Okay, so just making sure you understood. Okay, so tan squared using the big daddy is secant squared minus 1. So secant cubed 3x. Tan squared is 1 minus, or no, secant squared minus 1. All right, I'm going to go ahead and make my u substitution right now because I'm sick of writing all these secants. So I'm going to let u equal the secant of 3x, and du is 1/3 or 3? 3 secant 3x tan 3x. I'm taking the derivative, so derivative of secant is secant tan, and then times the derivative of the argument. All right, so I'm going to need a 3 inside, a 1/3 outside. All right, so I'm going to have u cubed times u squared minus 1. So u to the 5th minus u cubed. Everyone follow that? Okay, and then du. Okay, so y'all can go from there, right? You get the idea. Okay, on this particular one, you could actually have gone a different route, and I'm just going to kind of get you started. We could have reserved a secant squared, because what's the derivative of tangent? Okay, yeah. See, I figured it was a 50-50 chance of someone coming up with reserving a secant tan or reserving a secant squared. So what we could have done was we could have started with secant squared 3x times tan cubed 3x, and then times secant squared 3x. So this is what we're saving, and that's going to be the du, so I need to convert secant squared to tan squared, right? So I could have converted all of this left part to just tangents, let u be tangent, and du would be secant squared. So sometimes, especially with secant and tan, there are 2 different ways to work it. And it's just kind of whichever way you see it. And the answer may not be the exact same in the back of the book, but I try and work them out both ways on my keys so that whichever way you get it, it'll be the same. I mean, they are the same answer, it just looks differently. Yes. So the next step would be that secant squared is tan squared plus 1, right? then times the tan cubed, and then times secant squared 3x dx. The second way, the final answer is 1/12 tan to the 4th 3x plus 1/18 tan to the 6th 3x plus c. And I do not actually have the right answer for this one. I mean, we could get there pretty quickly. Be 1/18 u to the 6th minus 1/12 u to the 4th plus c, and then just stick your secants back in there.